The race session is at 1967 Zandvoort in Zandvoort, Netherlands. The wind speed is 12 km/h from the north-northeast. Matty Shepard is P1. Simone Porca from Italy is P2. Pittman from Germany is 3rd. Flasher from Germany is P4. Davide Saio from Italy is 5th. Phil Nubson is 6th. Elia Porcu is 7th.
Yeah, the problem was, I can try to describe it, the problem was
Jack Olstad from the United States is P8.
The server manager thought that the race session had already started, and
Pierre Montet from France is 9th.
That it's running, and then I was not able to restart it, therefore I had to duplicate
from
the
France
session,
is 10th.
and had to check if the settings are correct, and I tried
Gilville
to
77 from Italy is P11.
and then maybe I missed the race start timer.
Mika Hakala from Finland is 12th.
But the other settings...
Sam Carpenter from England is 13th. Stefano Bucci from Italy is 14th. Rolf Bieber from Switzerland is P15.
This is a really crazy looking starting grid.
Simon Meisinger from Austria is 16th. Stefan Roes from Germany is 17th.
As Frangley and some others wrote in driver's chat, try to be silly here. I guess we will have a really challenging first lap and following
Benjamin Martin
challenging
from France is
laps
19th.
until the end of the race. So try to give the other drivers
Alex
room.
Plunkett from Ireland is P20.
Don't do something silly. For example, braking on the racing line when you
Jurka S from Czech Republic is 21st.
Yeah, and be careful on the first corner or the first corner.
Waffles from Sweden is P22. Willian from Netherlands is P23.
I don't know if we have completely newbies here on track now, but
Mika from
if
Canada
so,
is
we have
24th.
race control which checks the accidents or incidents which happen in the first
Ian
lap.
McElroy from Canada is 25th.
So be extra careful on the first lap. All other incidents can be
Matty
spoken
Shepard from
between the
United
opponents,
Kingdom
and if
is
they
P1.
were not able to clear it, or are not able to clear, then they can post it as the incident review, and THR Race Control will have a look at it. Yeah, that's it. Have fun. Good luck.
Have fun. Yeah, thank you, Pittman.
Yo, you're welcome.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck, everyone.
everyone.
Good luck.
60 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Phil Nubson is P6. Sam Carpenter exiting pits. Simon Meisinger is P15. Simon Meisinger passed Mika Hakkala for 14th. Flasher is 4th. Phil Nubson is P5.
Sorry, you don't know why.
Rolf Biber is 15th, 0.1 behind Sam Carpenter. Rolf Biber is now 19th. Phil Nubson entering the pits is 24th. Rolf Biber is now P19. Simone Porcu is P14, 0.2 behind Mika Hakkala. Miku entering the pits is P25. Elia Porcu is 8th, 0.1 behind Gilbil 77. Alex Plunkett is 16th, 0.2 behind Waffles. Alex Plunkett passed Waffles for 15th. Miku exiting pits. Flasher on lap 3 is 3rd, 0.2 behind Pittman. Willian is 17th, 0.2 behind Waffles. Willian passed Waffles for 16th. Pittman is P3, 0.1 behind Flasher. Stefano Bucci is P11, 0.1 behind Simone Porcu. Simone Porcu was 0.8 faster last lap. Stefano Bucci lost 13th to Alex Plunkett. "55 minutes remaining in the session. Stefano Bucci lost 16th to Rolf Biber. Stefano Bucci lost P20 to Benjamin Martin. Davide Sayu is P6. Stefano Bucci entering the pits is first. Davide Sayu is now P7. Simone Porcu is P11, 0.3 behind Pierre Montet. Simone Porcu passed Pierre Montet for P10. Simone Porcu is now P9. Jack Olstad on lap 5 is P6, 0.3 behind Davide Sayu. Corin entering the pits is P23. Alex Plunkett is P13, 0.2 behind Simon Meisinger. Stefano Bucci exiting pits. Corin exiting pits. Elia Porcu is P8, 0.2 behind Gilville 77. Miku entering the pits is P24. Simone Porcu is 8th, 0.1 behind Gilville 77. Simone Porcu lost P10 to Sam Carpenter. Sam Carpenter is P10, 0.3 behind Pierre Montet. Miku exiting pits. Waffles exiting pits. Gilville 77 is 7th, 0.2 behind Jack Olstad. Sam Carpenter on lap 6 is 11th battling Simone Porcu. Sam Carpenter passed Simone Porcu for P10. Phil Hibson is P21, 0.1 behind Ian McElroy. Phil Hibson passed Ian McElroy for 20th. Rolf Biber on lap 7 is P16, 0.1 behind Simone Porcu. Rolf Biber was 2.5 faster last lap. Rolf Biber is now P14. Elia Porcu is P7, 0.3 behind Jack Olstad. "50 minutes remaining in the session. Simone Porcu is P16, 0.1 behind Stefan Roes. Corin exiting pits. Simone Porcu passed Stefan Roes for 15th. Elia Porcu is 7th, 0.3 behind Jack Olstad. Sam Carpenter exiting pits. Gilville 77 is P8. Best lap is a 1:22.208. 1.887 off the fastest lap. Elia Porcu is P8, 0.1 behind Gilville 77. Jack Olstad entering the pits is P14. Elia Porcu is now P9. Alex Plunkett is 7th. Best lap is a 1:20.829.
I just don't.
0.508 off the fastest lap.
This league isn't as clean as I thought it was.
Alright, say that.
Pierre Montet is P8, 0.4 behind Alex Plunkett. Alex Plunkett on lap 9 is 7th, 0.1 behind Gilville 77. Alex Plunkett passed Gilville 77 for 6th. Rolf Biber entering the pits is P16. Flasher is 2nd, 0.3 behind Matty Shepard.
Sorry, Pitman.
Was close, but
Corin
okay.
entering the pits is 22nd. Corin exiting pits. Rolf Biber exiting pits. Simon Meisinger is P10, 0.1 behind Elia Porcu. Simon Meisinger passed Elia Porcu for 9th.
Thank you, Cloran.
Elia Porcu is 11th, 0.1 behind Mika Hakala. Elia Porcu lost 11th to William. Pierre Montet is P8, 1.0 behind Gilville 77. Flasher is P2, 0.4 behind Matty Shepard. Flasher was 0.8 faster last lap. Elia Porcu exiting pits. "45 minutes remaining in the session. Matty Shepard is 2nd battling Flasher. Matty Shepard passed Flasher for first. Miku entering the pits is 24th. Simone Porcu is P11, 0.2 behind William. Simon Meisinger entering the pits is P13. Corin entering the pits is P22. Corin exiting pits. Pierre Montet is 8th, 0.5 behind Gilville 77. Simone Porcu is P11, 0.4 behind William. Simon Meisinger exiting pits. Miku exiting pits. William is 10th, 0.3 ahead of Simone Porcu. William is now 9th. William lost 9th to Simone Porcu. Ian McElroy from Canada is P16, 0.3 behind Jerka S. Ian McElroy passed Jerka S for 15th. Alex Plunkett entering the pits is first. William is 10th, 0.4 behind Simone Porcu. Simone Porcu is P9. Best lap is a 1:21.027. 0.706 off the fastest lap. Simone Porcu is now P7. Alex Plunkett exiting pits. William from Netherlands is P9, 0.5 behind Mika Hakkala. Sam Carpenter is 17th, 0.7 behind Elia Porcu. Elia Porcu is 16th, 0.6 ahead of Sam Carpenter. Elia Porcu passed Jerka S for P15. Sam Carpenter is 17th, 0.5 behind Jerka S. "40 minutes remaining in the session. Jerka S is 17th, 0.1 behind Sam Carpenter. Rolf Biber entering the pits as P18. Ian McElroy is P15. Best lap is a 1:23.913. 3.990 off the fastest lap. Rolf Biber exiting pits. Miku entering the pits as 23rd. Pierre Montet is P6, 0.1 behind Simone Porcu. Fermglay exiting pits. Sam Carpenter is P16 battling Ian McElroy. Sam Carpenter passed Ian McElroy for 15th. Flasher is second, 0.7 behind Matty Shepard.
Stefan.
Phil Nubson is 12th, 0.5 behind Benjamin Martin. Miku exiting pits. Phil Nubson passed Benjamin Martin for P11. Benjamin Martin is P12, 0.3 behind Phil Nubson.
Thanks, Mick.
Flasher is P2, 0.4 behind Matty Shepard.
Thank you.
Gilville 77 on lap 17 is 9th, 0.7 behind William. Flasher is second. Best lap is a 1:19.923. Phil Nubson exiting pits. Benjamin Martin entering the pits is 12th. Gilville 77 is 9th. Flasher is P2. Benjamin Martin exiting pits. Miku entering the pits as P23. 35 minutes remaining in the session. Stefan Roos is P10, 1.4 behind Gilville 77. Flasher is P2, 0.5 behind Matty Shepard.
Sorry, Jerkas.
Phil Nubson is 18th, 0.5 behind Alex Plunkett.
Thanks, Sarah.
Stefan Roos is P10, 1.0 behind Gilville 77. Miku exiting pits. Mika Hakala is 7th, 2.1 behind Pierre Montet. Stefan Roos is 10th, 0.8 behind Gilville 77.
Thanks, Ian.
Alex Plunkett is 18th, 0.9 behind Phil Nubson.
I'm really not having it with this track.
Stefan Roos on lap 21 is P10, 0.7 behind Gilville 77. Miku entering the pits is P23.
Weirdly, I'm starting to like it.
Gilville 77 on lap 21 is P9, 0.6 ahead of Stefan Roos. Stefan Roos is P10, 0.8 behind Gilville 77. Gilville 77 is P9, 0.4 behind William. Corin exiting pits. Stefan Roos is 10th, 0.5 behind Gilville 77. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Gilville 77 is 9th, 0.3 ahead of Stefan Roes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alex Plunkett is P18, 0.5 behind Benjamin Martin. Alex Plunkett passed Benjamin Martin for P17. Elia Porcu is 12th, 0.4 behind Fermglay. Elia Porcu passed Fermglay for 11th. Fermglay is P12, 0.3 behind Elia Porcu.
Thank you, Xoran.
Matty Shepard is P2, 1.2 behind Flasher. Matty Shepard passed Flasher for first. Stefan Roes entering the pits is P8. Flasher is second, 0.7 behind Matty Shepard. Fermglay from France is P11, 2.1 behind Elia Porcu. Stefan Roes exiting pits. Sam Carpenter on lap 24 is 12th, 2.0 behind Fermglay. Phil Nubson on lap 23 is P18, 2.3 behind Benjamin Martin. Phil Nubson is now 17th. Sam Carpenter on lap 25 is 12th, 1.4 behind Fermglay. Flasher is P2, 2.0 behind Matty Shepard. Sam Carpenter is 12th, 1.2 behind Fermglay. "25 minutes remaining in the session. Flasher is P2, 2.2 behind Matty Shepard. Corin entering the pits is 22nd. Corin exiting pits. Sam Carpenter is P12, 0.9 behind Fernglae. Sam Carpenter was 0.6 faster last lap. Flasher is second, 1.7 behind Matty Shepard. Sam Carpenter is 12th, 0.6 behind Fernglae. Flasher is second, 1.9 behind Matty Shepard. Sam Carpenter is 12th. Best lap is a 1:20.900. 0.977 off the fastest lap. Fernglae is P11, 1.1 ahead of Sam Carpenter.
Sorry, Sam.
Corin entering the pits is P22. Corin exiting pits. Flasher is second, 0.8 behind Matty Shepard. Sam Carpenter exiting pits. Jerka S is 15th, 2.0 behind Ian McElroy. Flasher is P2, 1.0 behind Matty Shepard. Flasher was 0.9 faster last lap. Sam Carpenter is P13, 1.0 behind Stefan Roes. Flasher is second, 1.7 behind Matty Shepard. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Sam Carpenter on lap 29 is 13th, 0.8 behind Stefan Roes. Stefano Bucci entering the pits is 18th. Flasher is second.
Thank you too.
Sam Carpenter is P13, 0.4 behind Stefan Roes. Stefan Roes was 3.6 faster last lap. Sam Carpenter is now P11. Stefan Roes is 12th, 0.9 behind Sam Carpenter. Sam Carpenter was 0.9 faster last lap. Flasher is P2. Stefano Bucci exiting pits. Mika Hakala exiting pits. Sam Carpenter entering the pits is 11th. Phil Nubson is P16, 2.0 behind Benjamin Martin. Phil Nubson passed Benjamin Martin for P15. Flasher is P2.
Thank you, Mika.
Gilville 77 is 7th, 2.3 behind Pierre Montet. Stefano Bucci entering the pits is 21st. Mika Hakala is P16, 2.3 behind Benjamin Martin. Gilville 77 is 7th, 1.5 behind Pierre Montet. Mika Hakala on lap 31 is 16th, 0.7 behind Benjamin Martin. Mika Hakala was 5.0 faster last lap. Gilville 77 from Italy is P7, 1.3 behind Pierre Montet. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Stefano Bucci exiting pits. Mika Häkkilä is P16, 0.3 behind Benjamin Martin. Gilville 77 is P7. Alex Plunkett is P17. Alex Plunkett is now P16. Benjamin Martin exiting pits. Gilville 77 is P7, 0.9 behind Pierre Montet. Alex Plunkett from Ireland is P16, 1.6 behind Mika Häkkilä. Gilville 77 is P7. Best lap is a 1:21.723. 1.802 off the fastest lap. Alex Plunkett is 16th, 1.5 behind Mika Häkkilä. Benjamin Martin entering the pits is 19th. Gilville 77 is P7. Bremgarten entering the pits is P6. Benjamin Martin exiting pits. Ian McElroy on lap 35 is P12, 0.4 behind Bremgarten.
Thanks, William.
Gilville 77 on lap 36 is 7th, 0.8 behind Pierre Montet. Gilville 77 was 0.5 faster last lap. Simon Meisinger is 18th, 1.5 behind Rolf Biver. Jerka S exiting pits. Gilville 77 is P7, 1.1 behind Pierre Montet. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Alex Plunkett from Ireland is 15th, 0.9 behind Mika Hakkala. Gilville 77 is P7, 0.2 behind Pierre Montet. Alex Plunkett is P15. Mika Hakkala is P15. Best lap is a 1:21.777. 1.856 off the fastest lap. Simon Meisinger is 18th, 0.4 behind Rolf Biber. Fermglay entering the pits is P10. Mika Hakkala is 15th. Simon Meisinger is P18, 0.7 behind Rolf Biber. Pittman is third, 1.3 behind Flasher. Simon Meisinger is P18. Best lap is a 1:21.388. 1.467 off the fastest lap. Benjamin Martin exiting pits. Corin entering the pits is 21st. Gilville 77 entering the pits is P6. Matty Shepard entering the pits is 2nd. Corin exiting pits. Pierre Montet entering the pits is P10. Alex Plunkett is 13th. Matty Shepard exiting pits. Gilville 77 exiting pits. Flasher is P3, 1.0 behind Davide Sayu. Willian is P7. Five minutes remaining in the session. Alex Plunkett on lap 39 is 12th, 2.4 behind Phil Nubson. Flasher exiting pits. Elia Porcu is P5. Best lap is a 1:20.354. 0.433 off the fastest lap. Phil Nubson is P11, 1.8 behind Ian McElroy. Pierre Montet exiting pits. Elia Porcu is 5th, 0.6 behind Flasher. Elia Porcu was 26.2 faster last lap. Phil Nubson is 11th, 0.4 behind Ian McElroy. Phil Nubson was 2.6 faster last lap. Phil Nubson passed Ian McElroy for 10th. Alex Plunkett is 12th, 0.5 behind Ian McElroy. Alex Plunkett was 5.2 faster last lap. Elia Porcu on lap 42 is 5th, 0.8 behind Flasher. Ian McElroy is 12th. Best lap is a 1:23.604. 3.683 off the fastest lap. Elia Porcu on lap 43 is P5, 3.1 ahead of Matty Shepard. Mika Hakala is 13th, 1.7 behind Alex Plunkett. Gilville 77 is 10th, 1.7 behind Phil Nubson. Phil Nubson was 1.4 faster last lap. Mika Hakala on lap 42 is P13, 1.9 behind Alex Plunkett. Mika Hakala was 2.0 faster last lap. Alex Plunkett is P12, 0.6 behind Ian McElroy. Ian McElroy was 2.9 faster last lap. Benjamin Martin entering the pits is 18th. Corin exiting pits. Corin entering the pits is 21st. Mika Hakala is P13, 1.2 behind Alex Plunkett. Mika Hakala was 7.5 faster last lap.
Cool!
The leader has just finished the race.
Congrats,
Pittman
Pittman.
finished first.
Pete.
Maddie Shepard finished
I'm the lucky
P6.
one here, I guess.
Rolf Biber finished 15th. Willian finished P7. Phil Nubson finished 9th. Gilville 77 finished 10th. Davide Saya finished 2nd. Ian McElroy finished 11th. Mika Hakala finished P12. Pierre Montet finished P16. Stefan Roes finished 8th. Simon Meisinger finished P17.
Congratulations.
Corin finished P21. Stefano Bucci finished P19.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Jerka S finished P13. Flasher finished P3.
Man, I don't know what happened there last minutes.
I had only one small mistake in this race.
Elia Porcu
So
finished
yeah, I guess that was the
P4.
key.
I am adding.
Oh, mate, the other
Simone
one for
Porcu is P5.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I saw it,
people
Roy,
can't
sorry.
drive, so you lead the race for 50 minutes and get taken up by someone. Good fun. You don't make any mistakes and you get taken out by someone who can't drive. So
No mistakes. I think we did.
yeah,
some
one or two, but like
Yeah.
had the race in hand.